Okay, kind of summing up and ending. There's some of the questions I always like to ask all the people that's behind it. Why did you choose a career in medicine?
Well, I chose a career in medicine because my father was a physician. He was a pretty famous physician, actually. Although I didn't know it when I was a kid, he was just dad who made me clean the yard and stuff. But I did learn about medicine from him, and really was interested in the idea. I loved science. I loved helping people, and I loved the idea of applying science to real world problems. And so that was a really good fit. A
Mhm.
better question is how I got into informatics. And that was
Okay.
because in high school, computers were just starting to be made available to high school kids. Like we had a teletype.
Hmm.
You go look up what that is in the museum.
Hmm.
We had a teletype, and I kind of taught myself how to program on it and got to college and was lucky enough to go to a place back then where undergraduates could take computer science, computer programming. And I found I had a really a good affinity for it. I really enjoyed it. But when I finished college, I said, "Gee, I still want to do medicine. Maybe I can find a way to use computers. Maybe somebody's thought of this, an idea of using computers in medicine." Of course, lots of people had thought of it, but I had no idea what was going on. I went to medical school, and the whole time I'm in medical school and resident, I was like, "Oh God, I could do this so much better with a computer. Why am I doing
Hmm.
this on paper? Why is this? Why am I running around looking for a paper record when it all could be in the computer? And why do I have to manually look through all these things to look up articles in the library when I can have a computer system?" So on. So when I finished residency, I started looking what could I do with computers, and I found the fellowship, and that was exactly what I was looking for. And at that point, there were just starting to be careers for people who were practicing physicians, but also wanted to do informatics. Columbia was one of those places, and I'm a New Yorker and at heart, so it was a perfect match.
So I must ask, since you're a New Yorker, were you a Yankees fan, Mets
I
fan,
so
Giants?
my father didn't follow sports, although he grew up in the shadow of Yankee Stadium, and
Mhm.
I never was into sports. But I found out that I was a Yankee fan when I saw a Yankees Red Sox game, and so I'm not sure if I'm an enemy of the Red Sox or a fan of the Yankees. But when the Yankees and the Mets played the World Series, I watched it with my father, and we were just rooting for whichever team was behind because we wanted it to go on to 7 games. So I'm kind of a Yankees fan, but only when they're playing the Red Sox.
Okay, okay, okay. Um,
Do you know what's happening in Birmingham? Download the What's Happening Birmingham app today on Android, iPhone, and iPad for free. Get info on everything you need to know about local news, events, businesses, restaurants, and more. Visit our website, what'shappeningbham.com, or follow us on social media at happeningbham for more information. Download the What's Happening Birmingham app today, your source for everything Birmingham.